Hey guys, it's Frank here from Altcoin Buzz, and man oh man, I know I say this in every episode that I'm so excited to bring this to you, but today, seriously, I have to be the most excited I have ever been. And the reason for that is that I have really changed my personal view on Bitcoin. I was a little bit bearish on it before, but now it's just becoming so hard to be bearish on it. Why? Because we have so much bullish news which has come out with this recent news, which we posted on Altcoin Buzz. First they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. The federally chartered banks and thrifts may provide custody services for crypto assets. We will be looking at that, which was reported by CoinDesk. We will be also touching on the fact that Mastercard recently expanded the cryptocurrency program for crypto card issuers. Of course, we had the PayPal news from earlier this month, which has now pretty much come to fruition, with sources saying that PayPal has picked Paxos to supply crypto for new services. And then, of course, as if there wasn't enough bullish Bitcoin news with PayPal, Mastercard, and all US banks pretty much just accepting crypto, or at least on the verge of doing so, Ethereum 2.0, the final testnet, is set to launch on August 4th. I mean, guys, how much more bullish news do you want? I mean, this is crazy. And then we'll also finish off with what the PayPal CTO said back in March, which is that crypto is still a long way from mass adoption. And again, if Bitcoin was already used by everyone, this wouldn't be so exciting because we wouldn't be on the brink of something incredible. But we're so early to this. So everything which has come out, it's just mind-blowing, and I'm so excited to be in this space, and I hope that you guys are too. And well, you should be if you aren't, because I mean, this is the beginning of something huge. We've been in a bear market for so long. It's been brutal. It's been hard. It's been basically 2.5 years of downward movement here. But now we've been contracting in this range for so long, and seriously, I think it's just a matter of time before we have some massive breakout here. I'm crazy excited about this, guys. So if you enjoy this content and want to see more of it, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification button, as it really helps to support the channel. Before I get started, I just want to let you know that I am not a financial advisor and that trading and investing presents financial risks. Okay, so I was talking about this with our CEO, Shash, and we both agree that this is probably the most bullish news to ever come out of the US about crypto. Now, the banks here in the US can offer crypto custody services according to a regulator. So the Office of the Controller of the Currency, or the OCC, is letting all nationally chartered banks in the US provide custody services for cryptocurrencies. Okay, so first of all, what is the Office of the Controller of the Currency? Well, it is an independent bureau within the United States Department of the Treasury that was established in 1863, so it's been around a long time. It serves to charter, regulate, and supervise all national banks and thrift institutions and the federally licensed branches and agencies of foreign banks in the United States. So this is no joke. This is a big institution. And look at this. The acting controller of the currency is Brian P. Brooks, who took office in May 2020. Now, this is a big deal, and you will find out in just a second why that is. So in a public letter dated July 22nd, Senior Deputy Controller and Senior Counsel Jonathan Gould wrote that any national bank can hold on to the cryptographic keys for a cryptocurrency wallet, clearing the way for national banks to hold digital assets for their clients. Guys, the traditional finance industry has been fighting crypto for the longest time. As we said, they were even laughing at, they were ignoring us. Bitcoin didn't mean anything back in 2010, 2011. They were laughing at us even during the last boom. You know, you had Jamie Dimon just saying it's all a scam, and now they're fighting us, and now we've won. I mean, look, the banks are accepting crypto. They're saying, okay, crypto is not going anywhere, so we have to submit. So, I mean, okay, it's true that this doesn't adhere to the ideology of many in the crypto space, which is not your keys, not your crypto. But this was going to happen either way. If crypto is going to boom, if it's going to go mainstream, the banks have to submit at some point. So you may be like, oh, well, you know, the banks still hold your keys and they're still in control of your crypto. All right, fair enough. But I mean, how is everyone going to hear about this? How are we going to gain acceptance? How are we going to find out that the institutions are submitting to the value of crypto unless something like this happens? This has to happen. And the fact that it's happening now, it's so exciting. It's incredible. And I just don't see how Bitcoin cannot go on a massive bull run. If not now, then very shortly. I mean, this is really crazy, guys. So this letter, as I said, marks a major development for the crypto industry, okay? Previously, custody was the province of specialist firms such as Coinbase, which typically needed a state license, such as a trust charter, to offer the service to large investors. Now, large regulated financial companies that already provide similar safekeeping services for stock certificates and the like could enter the fray. Okay, so the letter is a little bit obscure. It talks about it appearing to be addressed to an unidentified bank or similar entity, and they have a copy of the letter here. Now, of course, I haven't had time to read through the whole letter, but based on the news from this article, I don't think you need to read the whole letter to understand the gist of it. So let's go on reading. So the OCC recognizes that as the financial markets become increasingly technological, I mean, thank God, guys, how long has it been that we've been waiting for these big institutions to be like, okay, to give in to crypto? I mean, sending things through banks, like, guys, this technology is so exciting. It's the future. And now we're finally getting acceptance. They recognize that as the financial markets become increasingly technological, there will be increasing need for banks and other service providers to leverage new technology and innovative ways to provide traditional services on behalf of the customers. So now banks can provide both fiduciary and non-fiduciary custodian services. And just in case you didn't know what the difference was, so in terms of being a fiduciary, they say that the highest legal duty of one party to another, being a fiduciary, requires being bound ethically to act in the other's best interests. Okay, now remember when I said that it was a big deal that Brian P. Brooks was the acting controller of the currency? Well, this is because, as you can see over here, the OCC is currently headed by Brian Brooks, a former Coinbase executive who joined the regulator earlier this year. So, I mean, he's been working with Coinbase, pretty much the biggest cryptocurrency exchange along with Binance. What do you think this says about crypto going mainstream? You know, if we have an executive from Coinbase working with the Office of the Controller of the Currency, an institution which has been around since 1863, I mean, crypto is infiltrating everywhere. It's just a matter of time before crypto absolutely explodes again, guys. I don't know how else to put this. I don't know how much more bullish news we can get. You know, you can't take crypto down. You can't just, hack every computer at the same time to break crypto. It's just not going to happen. Crypto is here to stay, and this news is what this is all about. Okay, so since the beginning of the summer, and Brian Brooks has already proposed a number of reforms that would benefit cryptocurrencies. So as I said before, it's great that Brian Brooks is working for them because he has already proposed a number of reforms that would benefit crypto companies, including a national payments charter, which would let crypto startups bypass the state-by-state approach in terms of acquiring money transmission licenses if they provide payment services. So again, this would just be great for the crypto industry overall, and I think it's amazing that he joined as the acting controller of this major financial institution. Okay, so this news is really the highlight of this video, guys. If you take anything away from this, it's that, you know, as I said, the banks, they were ignoring us. They were laughing at us, they were fighting us, and now we've basically won, or at least we're at the beginning of the path to winning. Of course, in addition to all this bullish news which I'm going to present to you today, there's also the fact that Grayscale have been buying more Bitcoin than is currently being supplied by the miners. And that's just another thing to add on to all of this. But let's focus on the more recent news. So we have Mastercard expands cryptocurrency program for crypto card issuers. Okay, so Mastercard, of course, again, another major financial institution, is reaching out to cryptocurrency firms. Okay, so they're reaching out to us. It's not cryptocurrency firms reaching out to Mastercard. It's the other way around. They're coming to us now. And they're encouraging them to apply to become partners as part of its newly expanded cryptocurrency card program. So on July 20th, Mastercard said it was simplifying access to its Accelerate program for crypto card issuers, allowing applicants to be onboarded as partners in a matter of weeks. So just a few weeks is all that it could take for these partners to be onboarded. The Accelerate program gives partners support with their market entry, continued growth, and international expansion. So the new partners will be assisted in integrating Mastercard's technology and will be in a position to benefit from the firm's cybersecurity expertise and market research. And Raj Damodaran, an executive vice president of the digital asset and blockchain products and partnerships at Mastercard, said, "The cryptocurrency markets continue to mature, and Mastercard is driving it forward, creating safe and secure experiences for consumers and businesses in today's digital economy." Now, I get a little bit of a sour taste in my mouth when I hear this, because for me, crypto is more about having responsibility of your money and not giving crypto to banks and to other institutions to hold for you. But at the same time, what I want is for everyone to learn about cryptocurrency. And so if they have to learn about it by having someone else hold it for them, then all right, fair enough. And I think honestly, that's the only way it's really going to happen, is that these mainstream institutions start accepting, starting submitting, start coming to cryptocurrency and trying to help cryptocurrency firms to expand. And then bit by bit, people will realize, oh, wait a second. So you mean I can hold this money myself and I don't have to risk holding it with someone else? And there's all these other numerous benefits, like I can send it across the world, or it's cheaper to send. It's a currency of the people. It's not owned by banks. It can't be printed. Like, you know, all of this great stuff are things that people will learn once they have it in their bank accounts, once they realize that the mainstream financial institutions are accepting that crypto is coming to the mainstream. And then, of course, we had this news that Wirex was Mastercard's first crypto partner with principal membership. So Wirex is a London-based crypto payment processor, which has become the first native cryptocurrency platform to be granted a Mastercard principal membership. So it's the first of many, which will allow it to directly issue crypto payment cards. And again, following on from what I said, this represents a growing interest and recognition in the acceptance of cryptocurrency by leading bodies and regulators. Okay, so I was in the whole bull market in 2017, and back then it was all the banks were saying it's crap. As I said, you have Jamie Dimon bashing it, lots of other, even Warren Buffett, I mean, I think he still bashes cryptocurrencies. But now it's like, it's such a different vibe, it's such a different feeling in the crypto space. It's like all of a sudden you have these big companies, and of course we're going to get onto PayPal in a second, just bowing down to give respect to what we've been waiting for so long, right? So as I said, you know, it's an acceptance of the cryptocurrency by leading bodies and regulators. And he added that by partnering with Mastercard, it will help the firm to realize its vision of empowering everyone to experience a world where all currencies, traditional and crypto, are equal. Now, I don't know about those being equal, but all right, fair enough. At least we can be inclusive and give people options to hold whichever currencies they want. Okay, so Wirex is regulated by the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, and it has a license to issue cards in Europe, okay? And earlier this year, it hit over 3 million active users. Okay, so now let's go on to PayPal. So of course, I'm sure many of you have heard, we've covered this in the past, PayPal and Venmo to roll out crypto buying and selling. There was a lot of speculation about this back in July 4th, but now CoinDesk have confirmed this. So PayPal Paxos to supply crypto for new service, sources say. This was just a couple days ago. PayPal has chosen Paxos to handle the new services supply of digital assets. So again, this is according to two people familiar with the matter. And they say here, it's a plum assignment for New York-based Paxos, which last week launched Paxos Crypto Brokerage and announced its first customer in Revolut US, the American division of the UK-based fintech firm that offers Bitcoin trading. A formal announcement of the PayPal relationship could come as soon as this week, one source said. The offering would make PayPal one of the most prominent mainstream companies to offer cryptocurrency purchases, joining fellow publicly traded payment provider Square and unicorn stock brokerage Robinhood. So again, we have PayPal being a huge mainstream company offering cryptocurrency purchases. We have the US banks, which will let you store their crypto. I mean, guys, this is the future. This is it. We're right at the beginning of this. And Bitcoin, like, I just don't see how it can go anywhere up from here. Of course, this is not financial advice, but it's hard to contain my excitement right now. Okay, and as if all of this wasn't enough, the second biggest cryptocurrency by market cap, Ethereum 2.0 final testnet is set to launch on August 4th. And of course, this has been reflected in the price, which has been booming recently, overtaking Bitcoin. And we'll have a look at that in a second because that's an exciting chart. So the final public testnet for ETH 2.0 aims to launch just 2 weeks from now, guys. It's happening, and it's happening soon. The platform's launch coordinator, Dan Ryan, shared the news on the testnet's discussion board on Discord. After discussions with client teams, the next multi-client testnet, or the mainnet configuration, including the min validator numbers, will have a min genesis time of August 4th. So further details of this will be made public in a couple of days, but we're giving you this inside scoop early because we know that you guys value the most important news. And they say here, phase 0 of ETH 2.0 has been running on various testnets, and phase 0 is the first stage in the long-awaited upgrade to proof of stake. I'm really excited about moving to proof of stake. We will even be publishing a video shortly about what Andreas Antonopoulos, Binance CEO, CZ, and Charlie Lee have to say about proof of stake, because they all have different opinions, and it's really interesting to see what they all say. Of course, we've had interviews with each of them on the channel the past couple of months, so look out for that video. And in any case, this proof of stake will dramatically increase transaction speed. So really exciting stuff going on here. Bitcoin has suffered from slow transaction speeds for quite a while now. And of course, it only gets worse as more people adopt crypto. So it's really exciting to see that the second most major cryptocurrency is making these great improvements. Okay, so they go on to say how there have been 3 months of successful testing. I won't get into the details about that. Of course, the network has been under pressure. As I've mentioned, the DeFi boom, of course, has been creating a lot of pressure. Ethereum transactions are getting very high in terms of their gas fees. And again, just to express my excitement, this is something which the PayPal CTO, and again, the reason I bring this article up, the crypto is still a long way from mass adoption, according to PayPal CTO, is that we're at the beginning of a revolution, okay? Bitcoin has been around for 10 years. You could say that the revolution started 10 years ago. You could say that it started in 2017 or any of these massive bull markets. But the point is that even now, we are still miles away from everything which crypto has to offer, everything which blockchain, decentralized blockchain technology has to offer. And it's just important to emphasize this, that you're not too early. You know, so many people say, is now a good time to get into Bitcoin? And the first thing I always say is, long term, it doesn't really matter what price you get into Bitcoin. It's going to work out great. You just have to be patient, because we are so early right now. Even if Bitcoin goes to 20, 30K, like that market cap is going to be infinitesimal compared to gold, compared to the overall money supply. Like, we are so far from everything that crypto can achieve. And okay, now coming to the Bitcoin chart, as you can see, we have a triangle here. Now, I'm not the greatest fan of these triangles, but nonetheless, a lot of traders will be looking at this. And if you look over here on the daily chart, we have a touch once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times at the bottom. We have 1, almost 2, almost 3, 4. So basically 2 or 3 touches at the top. And now we've broken out of this. Now, the only thing which is not super exciting is the volume. I would have liked to see a bigger volume pump. So I'm not saying that from a TA perspective that this is a great move. It's interesting and it's exciting to see that we have broken out of this. But really what we want to see is major volume. So you see this green bar over here on 21st of July. Like, we've had a volume like that already on the 8th of July and on the 6th of July. And as you can see, that didn't lead to much follow through. What we really want to see is something like we saw back here in March 2020, where we just had this explosion of volume over here, where the bulls and the bears were just fighting it out, and the bulls finally conquered them with all this back and forth buying and selling, with the bulls really just taking us up here. This is what we want to see. And as you can see, we saw solid volume over here. Although the volume was decreasing, we saw get another push over here. We saw another push over here in volume. We want to see like these green bars, which are notably larger than previous green bars. However, I think that, you know, it's really important to look at the fundamentals, and the fundamentals right now are so bullish. Over the past couple of months, we've had so much bullish news, and, you know, we've been in this consolidating range. It's just very hard to imagine that we're going to see a breakdown now. And the thing is, like, even if we do come down to like 7K, 6K ranges, there's just no way, I don't see personally, that we're going to go anywhere below that. And more importantly, there's just no way that we're not going to enter a massive bull run within the next few months. Okay, the thing that can stop us, unfortunately, is the fact that we might be entering a depression, and this is not something which is fun to think about, but it's important to be as unbiased as possible in our trading decisions. But in any case, guys, this video wasn't meant to be about technical analysis. What got me so excited was all this crazy bullish news about these major financial institutions finally bowing down to crypto, finally giving us the respect that we deserve and helping to take crypto mainstream. And, you know, this TA, okay, we might come down, we might go up. Honestly, that's not super important for me. I think that I really want you guys, what I want you guys to take home is that crypto is here to stay. You are early, and I look forward to seeing all of you on the moon. All right, that's it from me, guys, today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps us support the channel. And if you are interested in TA, you can see the link in the description above, where I did a technical analysis on Bitcoin, looking at one of the most major bullish Bitcoin indicators, which has an average return of 5,000%. So I strongly recommend you guys check that out. That is not just any random indicator. That hash ribbons indicator is super powerful. and it really just adds to all this bullish news that we've seen today. And then of course, in terms of ETH BTC, if any of you guys are interested in getting into that, I also made a video about that a week ago about how Ethereum is ready to explode. And guys, I gave you a great entry. I said like this would be a great time to enter if we get back down to this previous resistance turn support. We came down there and we just smashed right through. We made pretty much a 9.5% move. I know I bought some Ethereum down here. I hope some of you guys watched that video and took that trade setup, because Ethereum really was showing a lot of signs of exploding. And so again, guys, let me know what you thought of this video. Comment down below. I love to read all the comments. As you can see, I often reply to as many as I can. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.